starting to learn that the reason why men respect other men a lot easier than they can a woman is because men have more self-respect. From a general standpoint, men have a lot more self-respect than women. And it don't matter if they don't really like themselves, it don't matter if they're insecure, they'll still have a certain level of self-respect where they can say hell no and set up boundaries and do whatever the fuck they want. Like, even from a relationship standpoint, who's more willing to accept a cheating partner in a relationship? A man or a woman, right? A man can cheat on his woman, the woman take him back, she proceeds to cheat back. If she gets caught, he's leaving her. He's
Oh, no, 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 no. I think you got it all wrong, and that has nothing to do with self respect. We just not the same. We're just not the same. And the dynamics behind it is completely different. A guy can cheat, and the minute that he have PNC, we call it post nut clarity. Let's just call it PNC for the sake of conversation. The minute that he has PNC, he don't even know why he there, right? Guys a lot of times cheat based off of opportunity. Now, I'm not validating that guys should cheat, right? Because first of all, I only think it's cheating if you're married because you're single until you're married. The second thing is that I think it's important to understand that people try to put boundaries on people as though they married when the only thing that you can justify somebody not walking away just immediately, or somebody not having the ability to determine whether you live or die if you in the hospital and they have to pull a plug or something like that. It's just a whole nother bond. It's a whole nother conversation. It's a whole nother thing. So that's a different conversation. But my point is that a lot of guys, they can just make a decision based off of opportunity. And then once that opportunity is gone, then the situation is over. Now, I know it's a lot of new guys out here that get caught up and they're emotionally connected and all of that stuff. And that's a female trait. I think that that largely comes in a lot of instances from being raised by women. Guys that did not have strong fathers in their life, a lot of times they get emotionally attached to something that is for the streets. Leave that in the streets. And again, I'm not trying to justify it, but I'm trying to explain the difference between men and women. Guys can cheat off of opportunity. If a woman cheats, especially if she's cheating back, it's only for two reasons. It's either one, revenge, which means you were spiteful, which means you also didn't fully forgive the person, and y'all just got to be going separate ways at that point because there ain't no more trust. Or she's cheating because she's emotionally connected to another guy. And so that is worse than the cheating itself. The fact that he has your head, if a guy can get a woman's head, it's over. It's completely over. I'm not even sure she can fully leave him alone. Even if they leave each other alone, she's still going to be emotionally connected to that guy. And so when women cheat out of emotion or revenge that then lead to emotion, then it's a whole nother dynamic. You know what I'm saying? So when she says this, context matters. So it's not about self-respect, it's about understanding the dynamics between men and women. What women don't understand, and the problem with women today, is that they think that we are the same. We are not. We will never be equal. We will always be stronger. We will always be something different. And y'all have things that we don't have, which is one of the reasons why God made y'all. And so when women stop trying to think like, stop trying to be like, stop trying to compare themselves to men and lean into the thing that makes y'all great. So for example, our aggression, our possibility of a threat in the presence of another man, regardless of whether you win or lose, you know that it could go left. And so men by default move with a little bit more caution. We move with a little bit more respect because the threat is always going to be there, even if you're cool. So we interact with people differently. These new dudes, they're a little different because they all shooting, so it's a different thing. But my point is that men think differently. We think differently around other men. We think differently around women. Women move differently around other women, and they should move differently around men. We are not the same. We are not to be looked at the same. So I don't think you want to confuse self-respect with understanding. Understanding, um, the different dynamics of how we interact with each other, what our strengths and weaknesses are, why we do some of the things that we do, even if we mess up. You can't really take a girl back once another man then defiled her because that's his chick now. It is what it is. A key can fit into a whole lot of holes. Once a whole lot of keys go into that same hole, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's just different. God made us different. That's just the way that it is. And the minute that women stop trying to make themselves men is the minute that y'all start winning in
He
relationships.
started it and he's still going to leave her, right? Men
Absolutely. She
tend to
got to
not
go.
take
That's
shit.
everybody's chick
And
now.
so that's why men respect men more, because men generally aren't afraid to say no. Men generally
So it's
aren't
going to be another
afraid to
year.
just handle business. Call it like it is. Be assertive. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care how A or B is going to make you feel. They just know that this has to get done.
We
And
care. We care, but we still got to make a business decision. We can't rely on our emotions. We have to make a business decision, logical decision, and put our emotions aside. We care. We are emotional creatures. Everybody feels emotions, but we can't let those emotions control us because we have to make the best decision for everybody around us.
typically when people are more assertive, man or woman, people tend to trust them more because they know that person isn't going to beat around the bush. They know that person isn't going to be passive when it really comes down to like life or death situations, for example, or when things really need to be handled for the group. They're not going to shy away and pretend like nothing's going on. Long story short, if you want more respect from men, if you need more respect from men because you're being disrespected, just start being mean. Start being assertive. Say what
What kind of fucking conclusion is that? Start being mean? No, that's not true. Lean into your femininity. Mean girls and mean women don't, that's not going to yield you better results. That's going to get you outcast. Real talk. No guy is checking for a mean chick. I'm just telling you the honest to God truth. I don't know where y'all getting this information from. I don't know why these women feel compelled to just tell y'all this and get y'all out here on this raggedy boat out here in the middle of the ocean that you're gonna get stranded on. And don't worry, I'm gonna always link back to the content creator because that's the thing, that's the right thing to do. I'll always link back to the content creator, so that link will be down in the description. But that is the worst advice and the worst conclusion that you can possibly come to, considering what we're talking about right now.
you mean and mean what you say. Stop trying to protect people's ego all the time. Like if somebody was on fire and they didn't know, would you be like, excuse me, your shirt is on fire. Excuse me, your shoe is on fire. Excuse me, excuse me. Like, no, you're gonna be like, yo, like your shit is on fire. Like, start treating life.
Nah, listen, lean into your femininity. That's your superpower. That's the best advice that I can give you. You could say anything to any man if you say it the right way. The problem with a lot of women within the culture, a lot of times, is they think that being aggressive, being mean, being like men is going to get them the same results as men. That's not what's good. That's not what God has ordained is good for you. The women that get the most are the women that lean into their femininity because that's your superpower. You can absolutely, positively take over the world. Wars were fought over women that have a certain level of femininity. And if you want results, if you want men to respect you, if you want men to listen to you, then you have to lean into the thing that is great for you. Stop for the final time. Stop trying to compare yourself to men. You are not a man. That is not ever going to work for you. If you start to get mean, then we going to start to discount you and just not even want to be around you. You will not get the results. You will not get the promotions. You will not get the man that you want. And you will not be respected in the community. I'm just telling you. You may be respected on TikTok or social media because it's a bunch of other women that's listening to you that want to fall into that category. But no, you will not. You will absolutely not be respected. You need to lean further into your femininity, not more into masculinity. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments, gang.